presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. Also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud partner and official military branch of the MHSAA. My Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. And Sneth Camp Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, serving Metro Detroit since 1926.
From all of us here at the State Champs Sports Network, we hope you and your family had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We hope you guys saved some room for football because we are here at Ford Field for the annual party of the State Football Championships. We're presented by Lawrence Technological University. I'm Jenna Skelski.
And I am Lauren Plant, and we have got highlights of all 8 divisions locked and loaded for you. Nowhere else are you going to get the kind of coverage that you're going to see right here. Who would have thought that we would have first-time finalists competing in Division I? And we've got 2 of the state's most successful teams over the past decade competing in Division VII. And one more thing, if you didn't know, we're going to remind you who are the finalists in this year's Hungry Howie's Anvil Award and Mr. Football races.
This week's main event is in Division II. Muskegon Mona Shores going up against Detroit King, but that's later. Right now, let's kick it off with highlights from Division VIII.
I'm Chuck Pellerito. The Reading Rangers looking to repeat as Division VIII champions. The Beale City Aggies also came in at 12-1. They won in 2009 and were runners-up in 2012 and 13. A defensive showdown to start things off before Reading gets into the red zone. Porter Mock finds Jason Scoville in the back of the end zone to get the Rangers on the board first on an 18-yard pitch and catch. 2-point conversion, Mock will do it again. This time it's Hunter Midgard open in the flat. He'll dive for the end zone and get in. Rangers up 8-0 in the first. Aggies getting some momentum before Jack Schaefer rolls out looking to hit Trey Small, but Colton Basage for Reading able to pick it off with the one-handed grab and keep a foot in bounds. Rangers not able to capitalize on the turnover. Beale City gets the ball back. Jack Schaefer won't miss this one. TJ Maxson makes the catch and it's a foot race. Nobody able to catch him. 56 yards, Aggies on the board. 2-point conversion no good. They trail 8-6 in the second. Reading answers back with a minute to go in the half. Junior QB Porter Mock unloads to wide open Hunter Midgard. He'll go 40 yards for his first score of the day. They go into the break up 14-6. 5 minutes to play in the third. Fullback Elijah Strine gets the call from 9 yards out. He'll fight his way to pay dirt and increase the Reading lead 20-6. Rangers had 260 yards on the ground. Hunter Midgard takes the handoff, goes right side this time, and he sees nothing but green in front of him. 28 yards, Reading in front, 26-6. Fourth quarter and Beale City knocking on the door. It's going to be Ben Matthews who gets the call, but runs into a squad of Rangers. Ball pops loose and Dawson Sancher falls on it. Reading scores late. They go on to win their second ever state title by going back-to-back in Division VIII. They beat the Beale City Aggies 33-6.
It was a tough road getting here. We played a lot of good playoff teams coming into this, but winning a two-peat is tremendous, and I just love this team so much. And last year when we came in, we had a really good team. Like, we knew what we were doing, and we just got it done. And then this year, we wanted to make sure that this team this year was our team, and we wanted to get it done.
It's so fun. We've had the good fortune because we've been able to win it in baseball and football, and now another one in football. So I'm just lucky to be a part of it and associated with young men like we have, because every one of them are character guys as much as they are players.
I'm Mike Erlitis. We head to Division VI. The Falcons of Monroe St. Mary Catholic Central squaring up against the Lakers from Maple City Glen Lake. After a scoreless first quarter, we head to the second with the Falcons drive. Big gain here by Samuel Cuzno on the handoff. That is more than good enough for a first down. And that set up the 7-yard QB keeper from Wyatt Bergmoser, giving SMCC a 7-0 lead at the break. So we take you late in the fourth. Glen Lake with the ball down 7, but the Falcons D would step up big time with the sack by senior Gus Flint. Now fourth down and last chance for the Lakers. They air it out, but the Falcons' Caden Smith comes up with it for the INT. That would put an end to this one as Monroe St. Mary Catholic Central holds on 7-0 over Glen Lake, becoming state champions for the first time in 5 years.
It feels awesome. I mean, I love every single player out there playing with me. We're such a close and tight group, and it's amazing to know that we can go out there and win a game like that. I'm just so proud of everybody, proud of the coaches, so glad for everything that they've done for us.
As we played that game, as we went on, I thought, our defense is going to have to come up big just like they did last week. They've been doing it time and again. Very proud of our defense. Our defensive coaches, Brian Flint, Pat Ignani, Alon Passon, and Nate Geiger, they did a great game plan this week. They got the kids fired up. They did an excellent job. Very proud of our defense for grinding it out and getting that victory.
I'm Ryan Slocum in Division 4, Grand Rapids Catholic Central looking to win its 4th state championship since 2010, but to do so, they'd have to get through unbeaten Detroit Country Day. The Cougars come out swinging. First possession, the sophomore Joe Silveri throws the fade to Jace Williams. The junior stays with it and hauls in the 15-yard touchdown for a 6-0 lead. And that works so well, the combo gets faded again on the first play of the following drive. Silveri to Williams, this time from 14 yards out to make it a 12-0 game. And they aren't done. Third possession, Silveri gets on his horse. Hi-ho, Silveri away. 53 yards to the crib. DCD hadn't given up more than 12 points in a game all season. They gave up 18 in the first quarter alone. Catholic Central marches right back down the field in the second. Silveri with a perfect ball for Drew Gommenson. The 23-yard touch puts them up 24-zip at the break. Yellow Jackets open the playbook, trying to get something going in the third. Danny McLean with the halfback pass, but the Cougars are all over it. Jake Passano picks it off and takes it back for what he says is the first touchdown of his life. That puts GRCC up 38-0, and they had one more in them. Silveri back to Williams, and it's Trace for Jace, who matches a state title game record with his third touchdown of the night. And that would do it. Grand Rapids Catholic Central shuts out Country Day 44-0 to win its 4th D4 state title since 2010.
It was just awesome for our seniors to go out the way they did tonight, get their second ring. All the work we put in this season to come on top means everything.
I mean, it's really special. I mean, I did this for the seniors, man, and I love this team, man. It feels great, man. I'm kind of speechless now, man.
This is Alan True from 24/7 Sports with this week's State Champs Recruit Report, brought to you by My Student Aid. Ann Arbor Pioneer junior wide receiver Ollie Fisher had an outstanding junior season this year, and he was a big-time playmaker at wideout for his team. That's resulted in his first scholarship offer. It comes from the University of Kentucky, so Fisher starts off with an offer from the Wildcats. He will visit Lexington this weekend for the big rivalry game between Kentucky and Louisville. Another wideout having a huge season in the state is Latrell Fordham of Davison, who transferred over and was outstanding in the 7-on-7 circuit and now carried that over into the fall season. Fordham is committed to Ball State and has been for some time, but several other schools are showing interest, including Central Michigan, who recently offered him a scholarship even though he's committed to their MAC foe, the Cardinals. For this week's State Champs Recruit Report, I'm Alan True.
The Recruit Report is brought to you by My Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. Go to michigan.gov/MIStudentAid for more information.
There is no doubt that some of the players competing here at Ford Field this weekend will go on to play on Sundays either with the Lions or against the Lions. In fact, there are athletes in a variety of sports across our great state that will one day compete at the highest level. And many times, those who have taken home the title of Detroit Athletic Club Male or Female Athlete of the Year have an excellent shot. Nominations are being considered right now. If you're an all-state athlete with good grades and demonstrate leadership at school or your community, go to dacathleteoftheyear.com and download an application. 6 males and 6 females will be nominated to go to the red carpet event at the Detroit Athletic Club May 19th. Be sure to submit before February 3rd.
I've always been really good at math and science, and I knew I wanted to work in healthcare, but not as a doctor. So I chose Lawrence Tech's biomedical engineering program. I've pushed myself to take internships, like this one, at a hospital in an orthopedic research lab. Thanks to Lawrence Tech's unique, hands-on style of education, I'm graduating with a published research paper and a job. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
The greatest honor a high school senior student athlete can earn, Detroit Athletic Club's Athlete of the Year. You're one of the tops in your sport. Prioritize education and giving back, like Cassius Winston, Megan Bobian, Rakia Jackson, and Aiden Hutchinson did. 6 male, 6 female nominees earn $1,000 in scholarship money, with $5,000 each to be awarded at a red carpet gala in downtown Detroit. Nominations accepted now. Download the application, dacathleteoftheyear.com.
You do know you want a contest to spend the whole day with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just want to sit here and eat this delicious pizza?
We could do other things.
That was the best day ever!
Treat yourself to the world's first stuffed flavored crust pizza. And now for just $6.99, try our new stuffed Howie bread filled with fresh mozzarella and cheddar cheese.
Hungry?
Howie's!
I'm Chuck Pellerito, and we head to the Saturday action at the football finals. 2 of the top 2 teams in Division 7 squaring off as Pewamo Westphalia took on Jackson Lumen Christi, who won the Division 6 title for the last 3 years. PW looking to win its 3rd state title in the last 4 years and was driving in the second quarter, but Ethan Thalen's pass is picked off by Lumen Christi senior Ethan Plate. He returns it to the Titans' 43-yard line. Lumen Christi looking to capitalize off the turnover, but 2 plays later it would be Pewamo's Aaron Beers coming through with the interception. He takes it to the Lumen Christi 40. Pewamo looking to crack the scoreboard. Thalen throws it up, and it would be the senior Beers who comes down with it for the 27-yard touchdown with 3 seconds left in the half. Pirates went into the locker room leading 7-0.
Hey, listen, you're a half away from winning the state championship. Everything you got, man. It's just another half of football. You guys have played a lot of those, right? Let's be perfect. Let's go out there. Let's execute, and let's take it. Give them no hope, right? Let's go. What do you do to a wounded animal? Go! Let's go! We bring it home, boys. Do it for the guy next to you. Let's go! Turn on the 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Woo!
We jump to just over 2 minutes to go in the game. Pewamo Westphalia looking to add some insurance going forward on 4th down. It would be the senior Carter Thalen getting the carry and fights off the last tackle before crossing the end zone from 16 yards out. As Pewamo Westphalia shuts out Jackson Lumen Christi 14-0 the final. It's the Pirates' 3rd state title in the last 4 years.
It's awesome. It means everything to me to be able to go out like this, especially as a senior. I mean, in my last football game with these guys who we've been playing with forever, and to be able to go out like this, it's a dream come true.
I feel unbelievable. This is the best way to end the year. Only 8 coaches get to stand here at the end of the year and be happy. So it's just a great feeling, and I'm just so happy for my guys.
I'm Lauren Plant to Division 1 now. 2 teams who absolutely dreamed of this day, but absolutely knew it was a serious long shot. Fresh off knocking off the #1 team in the state, Belleville, the Brighton Bulldogs, taking on a team that has embraced the description underdog all playoffs long, the Davison Cardinals. First quarter, Davison got great field position due to a botched punt at the 15. Brendan Sullivan fakes a handoff, delivers a dart to Harrison Terry down at the 1. Then Sullivan, with the help of his O-line, gets just enough of a push to break the plane. 7 minutes left in the opening quarter, Cards with a 7-0 lead. Stayed that way into the second quarter when this happened. Quarterback Colby Newber going to throw it up for his wideout Ruben Salinas. That is one of the greatest catches I've ever seen in high school. Like OBJ, one-handed 27-yard completion to the Davison 10. Drive stalled. Jacob Morrison came in to boot a 21-yard field goal. It was a 7-3 ball game. 90 seconds later, Cardinals trying to get something cooking from their own 26. There's good reason why the junior Sullivan was a Mr. Football candidate most of the season. Just a perfect ball to Latrell Fordham. Down the sideline, off to the races. Checkered flag. 74-yard connection. Davison took a 14-3 lead. Little over 6 minutes to go in the half. Bulldogs trying to bite their way back in it. The Newberg to Salinas connection again in fine fashion. 32-yard pitch and catch. Brighton in business near the Cards 30. 3 plays later, Newberg's pass is tipped into the receptive arms of Gabe Smith. Davison football. Cards were definitely not standing pat. Like the one-on-one matchups on the outside, Sullivan going to deliver another beauty. This one to Harrison Terry. 38-yard completion deep in Bulldog territory. Sullivan was 14 of 19 for 290 yards on the day. Shortly thereafter, Carter Kreidema will do the honors of another splashdown in the paint. Davison leading Brighton 21-3. 2 seconds left in the half. Bulldogs going to go for the Hail Mary, and this would have been a critical momentum swing for Brighton if it worked. However, Luke Stanton can't hang on to it. Started the third quarter, and the Cardinals proceeded to chalk up an 11-play, 80-yard drive that resulted in Sullivan calling his own number. 10-yard touchdown. That's a bad man. Cards led by 25. So the Bulldogs had to get something going quickly if they had any chance of getting back into it. Cue Sheldon Riley. Nothing but open real estate, and he's rumbling. Touchdown saving tackle made by Smith. 58-yard run to the Cards 4. Nicholas Nemache would finish it off. Conversion was successful, and it was 28-11 in favor of Davison. Fourth quarter now. Little over 4 minutes left in the game. Nemache wasn't done finding the end zone. All alone, Newberg finds him for the 27-yard score. Newberg, 341 total yards on the day, both throwing and running. 2-point conversion was good. Maybe it was true. Brighton was not done yet. But the Cardinals never took their foot off the gas. From their own 36, quick screen to Smith, and he gone. Shakes a tackler. He will pick up 64 yards before he loses his balance and is down at the 1-yard line. Kreidema will then seal the deal, and although the Bulldogs fought gallantly until the end and captured one more score, the Davison Cardinals win the 2019 Division I State Championship, 35-25 the final. First state title in school history.
They've done everything we've told them to do. They have bought in, heart and soul. They've listened, and then the thing that I'm most proud of is that they've done it the right way, you know, and they do it the right way in the classroom. They do it the right way in the hallway, out in the community.
Words can't really explain how you feel, but it's just great to get this win for the community, you know, my family, teammates. It just feels great.
I think it's gonna hit me like tomorrow, but for right now, I'm just gonna go celebrate with the guys. I mean, they work their tails off. It's not just the 4 dudes here. I mean, it's everybody. It comes from the linemen, the scout team, the kicker. I mean, the kicker had a hell of a day. And then you gotta look at everybody in the program. All the coaches who are just like running back coaches or like lineman coaches. They're huge in the process. This is a teamless community win. I think looking to everybody banding together, and that's how we got through this the most. I mean, we can look to anybody for help, guidance, and all that, which is really cool.
Today we'd like to talk to you about the Michigan Power Ratings. The Michigan Power Rating formula is the same for all MHSA sports. This year, it will be used to see the district brackets for the boys soccer tournament in the fall, the girls and boys basketball tournaments in the winter, and the boys lacrosse and girls soccer tournaments in the spring. Team schedules are listed on the MHSA website, and scores are input into the system immediately after each game. Coaches, players, and fans will be able to follow the live NPR data on MHSA.com as it constantly updates on game nights. A school's NPR is calculated using 25% of the team's winning percentage, plus 50% of its opponent's winning percentage, plus 25% of its opponent's winning percentage. In other words, it puts a premium on strength of schedule. And the Michigan Power Rating is just that, rating Michigan schools against each other. NPR only looks at results between opponents participating in that MHSA postseason tournament. Games against out-of-state schools or any other non-MHSA tournament participants are not included. NPR only looks at wins and losses. The score of a game or the margin of victory does not matter. Neither does the location of the game. And the formula weighs games at the beginning of the season the same as it does at the end of the season. A school's final NPR number for tournament seeding purposes will be set about 2 weeks before the first games are played. At that point, seeds will be determined and the bracket will be drawn. To learn more about the Michigan Power Ratings, visit our website at mhsa.com.
All right, guys, you enjoying the show? Hey, I'm here just to remind you who are the guys who were the finalists in the Final Four in the Hungry Howie's Anvil Award and Mr. Football races. The Anvil Award goes to the top lineman or linebacker in the state. Congratulations to Sterling Heights Stevenson's Giovanni El Hade, Belleville's Damon Payne, West Bloomfield's Cornell Wheeler, and Clarkston's Rocco Spindler received the most votes. The Mr. Football Final Four this year is Walled Lake Western's Abdur Rahman Yassin, West Bloomfield's Donovan Edwards, Muskegon's Cam Martinez, and the voting winner, East Lansing's Andrell Anthony. Stay tuned. We'll announce our champions very soon. State Champs is the original high school sports show, and State Champs Sports Network is always on, 24/7, delivering the content you want on the platform you choose. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and StateChampsNetwork.com. Coming in 2020, the State Champs app.
Donovan Edwards bullies his way through this crowd of Highlanders.
State Champs Sports Network is always on. Follow, like, subscribe, and share.
I'm on the Blue Devil football team, and that's a great place to be because other colleges wouldn't let me be both a football player and a nursing student. And just because I'm a dog on the field doesn't mean I can't take care of people. And man, do I love people. The small class size at LTU give me awesome access to my nursing professors. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
The ones who wake up every morning ready to take on the world. The ones who push their limits to be better than the rest. You're looking to join a team of leaders who want to be challenged. You want to be pushed to your limits. You value freedom and think you have what it takes. The ones with speed, strength, intellect, and determination. Michigan Army National Guard. We see you.
It's time again for you to register your League of Legends team for the State Champs Esports 4th Annual Tournament hosted by Lawrence Tech. We're looking for the top 64 high school League of Legends teams to battle it out to be crowned the best in the Midwest. With thousands of scholarship dollars at stake, you need to register your team today at statechampsesports.net.
I'm Mike Erlitis, and we head to the Division 5 Championship. Lansing Catholic Cougars taking on the undefeated Raiders from Elmont. Cougars striking first in this one. Senior QB Zach Gillespie punches it in off the keeper as Lansing Catholic takes a 7-0 lead after one. Raiders would respond back in the second. Jack Paupert finds the end zone on the 10-yard run. We are all tied up at 7 as we head to the half. In the third, Elmont threatening, up 10-7 after a field goal. They add to their lead here as Michael Lugerai busts out a 22-yard scamper. After 3 quarters in the books, Elmont leads 17-10. Lansing Catholic would stand their ground in the fourth. Gillespie finds Vince Salquist in the end zone, and we are all tied up once again at 17 apiece. Lansing Catholic looking to take the lead. Gillespie rolls out and makes a beautiful pass to Mitch Raphael, who makes an even prettier catch in the end zone, but it's initially waved incomplete. But after further review, it is reversed as Raphael got the foot in for the TD. Cougars now up 24-17. After a Lansing Catholic INT, they find themselves back in the red zone. Gillespie puts a bow on this one as Lansing Catholic rallies, earning their first championship since 1985, beating Elmont by a final score of 31-17.
So to be a part of history like that at our school and in our communities, it's just surreal. And to do it for a guy like Coach Ahern and for guys like the ones in our locker room right now, it's just an amazing feeling.
The strength of this team, I think, is the chemistry on it. The kids are really, really close. They're a great group of kids. They're pretty smart. It's a smart, intelligent group of kids. And they don't ever feel that they're out of a game, and they just keep fighting.
The last hunt! You get the hunt one more time. One more time as me. One more time as brothers. One more time as an apex. Let's eat these guys alive!
I'm Kevin Trozinski, and we go to the final game of the MHSAA Football State Finals. In Division III, Muskegon, looking to win its second state title in the last 3 years, going up against River Rouge. The Panthers looking for its first state crown in school history. Muskegon coming in at a perfect 13-0 on the season, and we pick things up late in the first quarter. The Mr. Football finalist Cameron Martinez scores on the 3-yard keeper. The Big Reds led 7-0 after the opening quarter. River Rouge, who came into the finals at 12-1, would come back in the second. Check out the junior Marian Robowski as he breaks free for 48 yards down to the Muskegon 1. Robowski would sneak it in a couple plays later, and that tied the game up at 7 apiece. Then, right before halftime, River Rouge would strike again. It's Robowski as he takes it up the middle for the 40-yard score. He had 96 yards rushing in the first half. Panthers up 14-7 as we head into the locker room. River Rouge would get the ball to start the second half, and it would be Robowski taking it to the crib once again for his third rushing touchdown of the game. River Rouge shocking the Ford Field crowd as they expand their lead 21-7 as we head into the fourth quarter. Rouge trying to add some more insurance. It would be the senior DeAndre Boley getting the handoff, and he rumbles on in for the 33-yard touchdown as River Rouge goes on to beat Muskegon 30-7 the final for its first state title in school history.
I'm speechless, man, I swear. I told him we was gonna do it when we lost to GRCC. I told him it was going down. I told him, I promised him, hey, we did it. I can't be more happy than my team and my community. I love them to death.
This means so much because it's a shared trophy for everyone that's ever played football at River Rouge from the 1940s all the way until now. And you know, I'm a part of that process now, and I'm really happy that I was able to bring it home for everyone.
All right, so you guys have probably heard that we're ditching the TV game to go embrace digital streaming. So Lauren, what exactly does that mean?
What it means is State Champs is supersizing. We got a brand new free digital app that is going to debut on January 1st, 2020. It's going to be available on Amazon Fire Stick, on Apple, on Google, and other platforms to follow. Now, what it means for the winter season is that we're not going to have just one show a week. We're going to have 3. High school hockey time will have everything coming from the ice, highlights and analysis. High school hang time is where you go for your boys basketball highlights and great inside talk about all the hype on the hardwood. And of course, State Champs Winter Roundup has all the fans covered in wrestling, gymnastics, skiing, bowling, competitive cheer, girls basketball, you name it.
And our social media channels are booming. By the end of the year in December, we'll have over 6 million views since August. And guys, be sure to follow us on Facebook, like us, subscribe on all of our different social media channels. State Champs is embracing technology in the 21st century, so don't go anywhere.
I admit it, I love working with money, negotiating, and making big decisions. That's why I'm majoring in finance and economics at Lawrence Tech. What's truly amazing about the education here is the small class sizes that give me easy access to my professors who truly care about my future. They even helped me get a great internship. And I was able to fulfill my lifelong dream of playing college golf. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
You ready, Darius?
Let's do it. Anybody want an autograph?
Autograph? We're here for the stuffed crust pizza.
Stuffed crust pizza? Hey, who do you think you are? End of the line, pal.
Treat yourself to the world's first stuffed flavored crust pizza. And now, for just $6.99, try our new stuffed Howie bread.
Hungry?
Howie's!
State Champs High School Sports Show is Southeast Michigan's home for football highlights. State Champs High School Sports Show. Your teams, your games, your highlights. Welcome back to State Champs. We got one more game we cooked up for you this Thanksgiving weekend, the Division II State Championship. Muskegon Mona Shores back in the state finals for the second straight year, third time since 2014. They face another offensive juggernaut that can spread it out to all their offensive talent in so many ways. The defending Division III state champ, I'm talking about Detroit Martin Luther King. Which team will be the last one standing? Ring the bell for this week's main event.
Give your best effort and we'll live with the result. You understand that? Yes, we're going to live with the result if you give your best. That's all I care about. All right? Let's go. Get a break, man. We out.
Here we go. The Division II finale. Detroit King gunning for its fourth state title in the last 5 years. As for Muskegon Mona Shores, back-to-back and third trip overall to Ford Field, but still looking for that elusive first state championship. Shores senior All-State quarterback Caden Broersma injured in the semis. The junior Brady Rose willed the Sailors to victory. Got the call again in this one. Opening possession. Rose connects with Jalen Hobson. 11-yard gain. Sailors in the red zone. Shores would wind 7 minutes off the clock. Rose sneaks it in for the touchdown. Mona Shores was up 7-zip after the first quarter. You had to believe the Sailors' game plan, keep possession of the ball and the clock, and it worked. The senior Trayshawn Hatcher gets the carry, rumbles in for the 16-yard score. He finished with 4 yards shy of 100. Mona Shores up 2 scores, 14-0. But back comes King. Dante Moore completed at least 30 passes to 3 different receivers this season. Screen to Justin White. JW does the rest. 42-yard house call. They missed the PAT. Crusaders trailed 14-6. But the former slot receiver for the Sailors Rose, an extreme thorn in the side of MLK. 18-yard keeper to the Crusaders 12. Then, Rose scoring his second touchdown of the game from a yard out. Shores back up 2 scores, 21-6. Just before the break, King looking to snatch back some momentum. Moore hooking up with the senior Marshawn Lee. Big 24-yard gain to the Mona Shores 5. Then, the All-State Maryland commit Penny Boone delivering the boom. Crusaders inching back now, trailing single digits as we headed into halftime. The PSL Champs Crusaders started the second half impressively. Boone, once again, 9-yard touchdown. They get the 2-point conversion. They trailed by a penny, pun intended, 21-20. Later, King got the ball again, looking for their first lead. But Rose plays both sides of the ball, and that is an interception. Sailors capitalized. Rose gets it to the senior Hobson. 17-yard TD. Muskegon Mona Shores on the brink of history as they went into the fourth, leading 28-20. But you can't count out the Crusaders. Few plays into the final quarter. Boone going big time. They're not gonna get him. 66 of his game-high 198 yards rushing came right here. Third touchdown of the game. Conversion failed, so King still behind 28-26. And Mona Shores knew exactly what to do. They worked too hard to get back here. How about a 14-play drive that took 7 minutes off the clock? Who else? Rose, third touchdown. As they say, third time's a charm. Muskegon Mona Shores goes on to beat Detroit King 35-26 the final. First state title in school history.
It means a lot because when I was little, I used to always come to the Muskegon games and watch them. And I always said I wanted to play here. So it really feels good to finally play here and actually win. It just don't feel real right now, especially from last game when it was a thriller and it was close. And then coming into this game, everybody picked us to lose besides one reporter in Michigan. So yeah, it just don't feel real at all. So especially for it being the first championship in Shores history, it just makes it more better. And then Caden went down last game, so we did this for Caden. We came here last year and we lost, so it was for Team 56 and all the other teams because we were the first one to do it.
Time now for the MHSAA Clip of the Week. Division I title tilt, and although in a losing effort, you've got to give it up for Brighton's Ruben Salinas pulling off this one-handed dandy. Just incredible concentration, awesome catch. The Clip of the Week is presented by the MHSAA.
What a fantastic show. Props go out to all the Gridiron Gladiators who laid it on the line, win or lose. You are all champions in our book. Why don't you relive it again? Even get longer version of the highlights by going to our website, statechampsnetwork.com, or checking it out on our State Champs Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube channel.
We have one more episode before we say goodbye to 2019. We'll also be announcing our Hungry Howie's Mr. Football and Anvil Award winners. We hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next week.
State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. Also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud partner and official military branch of the MHSAA. My Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. And Sneth Camp Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, serving Metro Detroit since 1926.